Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Please take this moment now with helping me. Click here, subscribe. Next, click this bell. Next, ensure to click all. This helps you receive a notification when I posted my next videos. Next, click this thumbs up button after every time you watch my video. This pushes it up in the engagement ratings and means it will be suggested to more people, therefore is likely to get more views to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon page. Click show more. Scroll down. This link here, my Patreon. Click on it. Select the membership. With this membership, you'll get access to all this information. Very good content. It's Sunday, May 2nd, 1:00 p.m. New York time. Since the end of the month of April, we're in a new month. It's wrap-up time to review the monthly charts. That means each candle is a monthly time frame. First, look at the equity indexes. The big one, the go-to one, the S&P 500, the cash index, stock symbol SPX. For the month, we made an all-time high. We also closed above the prior month, made a higher low. The momentum's to the upside, it's bullish. The NASDAQ 100 made a new high, closed above last month, and broke out of this consolidation. Staircase pattern higher high. The Dow Jones Industrial Average made a new high, closed above the prior month, and made a higher high, higher low. The momentum's the upside, it's bullish. The Russell 2000 did not make a new high, did not take out the high of last month. It's an inside candle, yellow candle. That means the high and low did not trade above or below the prior candle. Indecision. It's building a consolidation. Note, if Federal Reserve, Central Bank of the United States raises interest rate, that typically hurts the smaller businesses. But also the positive part are there's many small banks inside the Russell 2000 index. That's good for them. Pros and cons. Dow Jones Transports made a new high, higher low, momentum's to the upside, it's bullish. The Dow Utilities made a new high, higher low, all-time high for the year, but we did not take out the high of last year, which is that yellow horizontal line. Note, interest rates. If the interest rates go higher, that's not so good for these stocks because these are dividend-paying stocks, defensive stocks. People go to these when they don't think there's going to be growth in the stock market. So they'll go typically to invest in the utility stocks that pay dividends. But if the fixed income products are going to pay higher interest, then they wouldn't want to be in these. Got it? Good. Let me see what you know about here. The S&P 500, several of these indexes are inside the S&P 500. Understand that. The NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Dow Transports, Dow Utilities. These four indexes plus the S&P 500 are inside the S&P 500 index. So you see some correlation. Also, within the S&P 500 index, there's 11 sectors. Let's go through those 11 sectors to see where the leadership is. We'll do the largest first. What that largest means is which index, excuse me. I apologize. Back again. The first ones we'll go through in order are the ones that have the largest weighted average inside the S&P 500. So that means that the underlying S&P 500 sector we're looking at first, going down, they make the biggest percentage. So the XLK, which is the technology sector, makes up about 21% almost of the S&P 500 index, and it made a higher high, higher low. Momentum's to the upside. XLV, makes up almost 15%. It's the healthcare sector. Look at that, higher high, higher low, outstanding. XLF of financials makes up almost 14%. Momentum's to the upside, higher high. XLY makes up 10.2%. It's the consumer and higher high, higher low, high for the year. XLC makes up almost 10%. It's communication services. Outstanding, strong trend. How much of that maybe we do with 5G? XLI makes up about 9.7%. It's the industrial. Look at that, outstanding, outstanding. XLP, consumer staples, makes up about 6.7%. New high for the year, outstanding. XLE, energy, makes up 6%. It's not at the all-time high this year, nor at the all-time high from the prior years. Yeah, made a lower low, lower high. The momentum's down. XLU, utilities, makes up 2.8% of the S&P 500. That's such a small percentage. All-time high for the year, but we did not take out the high for last year. It's not leadership. XLRE, real estate, makes up 2.7%. All-time high for the year. Finally took out the high for last year. Coming in strong, like a horse race. XLB, materials. It's the smallest sector, smallest percentage, 2.5% of the S&P 500. All-time high, trend is up. You got it? Outstanding across the board. Let's look at the Faang stocks. Have you heard of the Faang stocks? These are the stocks that are the most widely traded. When they move, they make big movements in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones, because some of these stocks, or let's say all these stocks, are in the NASDAQ 100, but some of these stocks are also in the Dow Jones. Plus, because they're in the NASDAQ 100 and the Dow Jones, that means they're in the S&P 500, and some of them are averaged in there more than once. Understand that? More than once. So when some of these underlying moves, it has a big effect on those indexes. Remember, these are technology companies considered growth. So Apple made a higher high, higher low than last month, but we're not at an all-time high. So it's not leadership. You look at the stock indexes I just showed you, the stock sectors, many of them are at all-time high. You'd be better off being in those than the single stock of Apple. Microsoft, outstanding, all-time high. Very good. Little trade idea. When the Microsoft and the stock market pulls back, retracement, comes back out on weakness, I highly recommend considering to trade long side of Microsoft. Microsoft is very strong. If you want to know where some of those target prices are, join my Patreon, level 2 or 3, you will see. Amazon, we finally hit an all-time high. Still an acceleration, all-time high for this year as well. But it's not strong like the other one I showed you, but still good. Facebook, all-time high, broke out of consolidation. Wow. Performing better than Apple. And Google, very strong, outstanding momentum. So again, Google, also one of them. When the market has a sell-off, pulls back a weakness, consider buying Google. Tesla, inside candle for the month, indecision, that's not good. We're also way off the high. It's struggling. Excuse me. It's not leadership. November, Victor Delta Alpha, all-time high for the year. Took out the high from last year back here. So it broke out of this consolidation and went back inside of it. There's better ones than this. Netflix, yep. Took out the high last month, then went back inside it and closed red. Nor are we at the all-time high. It's in consolidation. It's struggling. Struggling. Bravo Alpha, where we did make a higher high than last month and closed back inside last month. And it's consolidation. It's not good. It's not leadership. Yellow horizontal line is the high for the year. We haven't taken that out. And this higher yellow horizontal line is the high of last year, not taken out, not leadership. Okay. So the three I'm the most bullish on, Microsoft, Google, include Amazon. Yep. That's what we're looking at. So let's go back, identify the sectors again. What are one of the super strong sectors? XLK, XLV, XOF, the good leaderships. And the indexes. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Back here on the indexes. Look at the strength. The momentum's to the upside, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, and the Dow, where the smaller, the Russell 2000 is struggling. Focus on leadership. So if it happens this week or this month in May, if there's a sell-off, if the sell-off is on weakness, look for current now leadership to focus on. I just shared some of those with you. But if you want to know better details, join my Patreon. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Let me know what you thought about this video. And please let me know what you want to see next. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel. By going below and clicking on my PayPal link, you can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe.